Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List. My name is Shane McAuliffe. First up, we head to Beaumont to celebrate a woman named Babe. Babe Didrikson Zaharias is one of the most accomplished female athletes of all time, but surprisingly, not many people know her name. That's why there's a museum in the Golden Triangle dedicated to keeping her memory hurtling through time. Driving through Beaumont, you usually experience two emotions. Happiness if you're driving into the great state of Texas, or sadness if you're heading out of the Lone Star State. Either way, there's a building on the side of Interstate 10 that might catch your eye because it always gets me to take a second glance. It's sort of like the NFL Hall of Fame, but much smaller and with a very unique name on the side of it.
Babe Zaharias is from Beaumont, so we are in a museum that pays tribute to her.
So who was Babe?
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it wrong.
Babe Didrikson.
Babe Didrikson Zaharias.
Yes, I always have to look at Didrikson because I just do Babe Zaharias, but yeah. Babe Didrikson Zaharias is from Beaumont. She was an Olympic athlete and also a prolific golf champion. Was a very diverse athlete, really a pioneer woman in sports.
Born in Port Arthur in 1911, Mildred Babe Didrikson's family moved to Beaumont when she was 6.
She was in a neighborhood, very tight-knit community just because a lot of her family her parents were immigrants from Norway, and so the community that she resided in was mostly immigrants from different cultures across the entire world, and so her community would get together and play sports. So and one of the sports that she would play with her neighborhood was baseball, and that's where she got the nickname Babe, is because she liked sports from the beginning.
From track and field, basketball, softball, baseball, tennis, even hockey, there wasn't a sport Babe didn't play. Her athletic prowess was so powerful that she joined the Golden Cyclones basketball team in Dallas in 1929. But there was one sport achievement Babe had her sights set on: the Olympics.
Whenever she found out that it was going to be in Los Angeles in 1932, she was determined that's where she was headed.
Before she could qualify, she had to train, so she would jump hedges in her neighborhood to practice. Hence the reason you see the hedges around the museum. When she did compete for a chance to represent her country at the Olympics, she faced unsurmountable odds.
Being from the area that she was, there wasn't a whole lot of teams that she could have joined, so she decided to join as herself, one-woman team, and she beat out a 22-woman team for the championship.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Babe made the cut in 5 events, but back in 1932, women were only allowed to compete in 3 of them. So she simply set 2 world records and brought home 3 medals, all at the age of 21.
So right here are her Olympic medals from 1932, where she competed in track and field. I think it's really inspiring to have these medals here because it really shows what people from this area can really accomplish.
Hard to believe those are 92 years old.
I did not think about it that way.
And something else.
It didn't stop at the Olympics either. She segued into golf, and that's where she really earned her fame.
Over her career, she won 82 tournaments, just as many as Tiger, and she shattered record after record.
I must say that I've just completed the greatest thrill of my life, and that was going over to England and Scotland and win the British Amateur Championship. It has never been won by an American woman, and I'm the first one. I certainly had a great thrill playing.
One of the reasons why she's so prolific is that she kind of set not only records, but set the pathway for women to be able to earn those kind of titles and awards.
After co-founding the LPGA, Babe had to face the toughest challenge of her life: cancer.
She had been diagnosed with cancer twice, and the first time she had a surgery to remove parts of her colon to help battle the cancer, and within 3 months of her having surgery, she was back on the golf course because she didn't let anything try and stop her.
She went on to win the U.S. Women's Open, but 2 years after her surgery, cancer took the life of this resilient competitor. But it didn't take her legacy. Considering she passed away in 1956, do you still get people who know who she was and fans of her?
Oh yes, especially whenever the Summer Olympics come around and it is the track and field season. A lot of people are researching her and trying to figure out who the best woman athlete is, and she's kind of deemed that title through multiple different sources because of all the accomplishments that she had.
Babe's memorial can be found a few miles from the museum in the hometown that made her who she was, inspiring other women and girls of all ages to give life everything you've got.
I think it makes us proud, especially since we have somebody that we can connect with to really think about if we set our minds to something, we can do it, especially if we don't have the training or the knowledge on it. We just have to push ourselves to do it ourselves.
A little bit of God-given talent too.
Yeah, do a little bit of talent, but even with her talent, she was still self-disciplined, and that's, I think, such an important trait that carried her through her life. And I think it can carry anybody here through their life too.
Well, thanks for watching this segment of the Texas Bucket List. To see more, be sure you subscribe to our channel, and to see full episodes, become a member. In the meantime, you can also shop our store at the Texas Bucket List Store and Studio.